Hello, so tonight we are having a bit of an experiment for dinner. So this is pieces of cod that I poached in a coconut cream sauce that has lime and peppers in it, like chili peppers in it, and then I added some spinach, and then underneath here I'm serving it on a bed of brown, red, and black rice, and then spinach alongside that. It smells really good, and I gotta tell you, this sauce turned out really well. I'm really excited about it. It's more of a poaching liquid than it is a soup. So that's Kevin's plate, and then I'm just serving it with a simple spinach salad on the side to kind of pair with what's in here. So that's Kevin's plate, and that's my plate. Hello. So we're having frittata tonight for dinner. I'm not entirely sure what kind of frittata it is. I normally do a better job of marking things when I put it in the freezer, but apparently this one I did not. I will say it's some sort of Mexican frittata. I think maybe one of the various casseroles I might have made, this was the leftovers of it, because it's got a whole lot of green chilies in it and black beans, and there was tortillas in it, and what else? Green chilies, there was corn in there, I don't know, but it's leftovers. I pulled it from the freezer. It's turned into a frittata. Kevin's working tonight. One of the great things about a frittata is that you can eat it at room temperature. The longer it sits, the better off it will, and it makes great leftovers. I was too lazy to put this in another bowl, but it's just a spinach salad, kind of similar to what we had last night. It was really good. We actually both went back for seconds on salad. It was so good. So I made another one up tonight. I do have a question for folks out there. If any of you use like an app for organizing your pantry, I'd love to hear what you use. I've been researching them, and the problem is there's a whole lot of them, and everybody either likes or dislikes them. And I am not quite sure the direction I want to go on that. So if any of you are using one, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks. So it should be Taco Tuesday, but really it's Burrito Tuesday instead. I actually made my own refried beans tonight, which was pretty simple. Kev has his stuffed with beans, cheese, and tomatoes, and sour cream. Yes?
Yes.
And then some guacamole on the side. I have a whole lot of taco sauce in there, if you can't see hot sauce. Mine is just bean and cheese in there, and then I made myself a little quesadilla. This is just tomatoes and cheese, and we're trying these low-carb wraps, and they're really interesting because they're kind of sticky when you try and heat them up. And then I've got some guac and sour cream on the side. So yeah, that's what's for dinner tonight. I cannot tell you how excited I am that it is a Pizza Wednesday. I think it has probably been 3 weeks at least since we've had pizza, if not longer. So this is Imperizelli's. It is a bacon mushroom pizza, and I am ready to dig in. Tonight we were having breakfast for dinner, for lack of a better term. So I made a scramble that has sausage, eggs, cheese, and spinach in it. And Kevin has 2 burritos of that, plus a little small container of it. We didn't have enough burrito shells. I made potato cakes. These are the Trader Joe's potato cakes that we like. He likes his ketchup on the side. And then I just did some bacon as well. So I had the same scramble, but on mine I had the tomato and avocado that was left over to mix into mine. I like my ketchup on top of my potato cakes, and then we each have a side of bacon. So that's what's for dinner. So I'm actually surprised I've never actually showed you this meal before. This is actually, we call it cream chicken with biscuits. And basically whenever I make a chicken or something else, there's always all that little bitty pieces of meat that is left over on the bone. So I usually pull all that off and then save it. And then I make it's basically biscuits and gravy. But the difference is this is chicken instead. In this particular case, this is leftover turkey that I had. So, and I'm serving, I I also put peas in it just because I like the peas in it. And I'm going to have a couple of biscuits on the side because I've got some honey butter that I want to have with it. So that's Kevin's plate, and that's mine. So tonight was a bit of an experiment. Kevin's working. It's the last Saturday of the holiday season for retail workers, and holiday season is never a fun time, and it's coming to a close slowly, which is good. So I had a bunch of spinach left over, so I decided to make a spinach salad. I decided to make a hot one with a hot dressing on it. So there's some bacon in there, there's almonds in there, there's some cranberries in there, some cheese in there. I put some quinoa on the top and then topped it all with almonds. The dressing was, I took bacon and fried up a little bacon, and then with the leftover bacon grease, I added some peach preserves to it, and then some balsamic vinegar. Kind of reduced that down and then poured it over the top. A lot of spinach salads, when you see them, have mustard in them. It's some sort of mustard dressing, and it usually has eggs and whatnot. I'm allergic to mustard, so I don't use mustard in just about anything because of that fact. So yeah, that's what's for dinner tonight.